Hey guys, so welcome actually to your first official new Spanish lesson. So this is starting Unit 5, Lesson 1. Technically, we reviewed Spanish 1 material from the Lección Preliminar all the way to Unit 4, Lesson 2. So this is the official first lesson of Spanish 2, technically, or like new material-wise. In this chapter, you guys will be having house vocab, so as in the parts of a house, like the different rooms or areas that you come across, as well as the items that go into a house, be it like furniture or like kitchen electronics or even just like TVs and things that you most likely find in a house. So for this video, I'm going to be going over the vocab. I'll go over grammar and other like topics and different little videos. So this one is specifically on the vocab for this Unit 5, Lesson 1 chapter. So this is on page 248 of your textbook. So I'm going to be scrolling through our online version of it. We do have some new characters that you guys meet in this chapter. In this one we have Manuel. He talks about his house and like the different rooms that people have and where he spends most of his time. So like usual, new words will be blue. They're bolded. The words that are in just regular black type are words that we've had before or words that you should remember, hopefully. So I'm going to read the little paragraphs that they have here, like this little part A, and then give you what the like bubble words are in each of the pictures as well. So here we have Manuel. He says, Hola, me llamo Manuel. Vivo en una casa grande. So, hi, my name's Manuel. I live in a big house. So, una casa would be a house. The word a is una in this case, and it's feminine because casa is feminine. So, he lives in a big house, which is going to be the picture right here. Tiene dos pisos. So, it has 2 stories. Pisos would be 2 floors, 2 stories. And you can kind of see that by the picture too. Hay un patio y un jardín. We actually just talked about the word I toward the end of the last unit that we went over. I can mean 2 things. As in H-A-Y, this I, not like the letter. I can mean there are or there is. So in this case, we're saying there are, because they mentioned 2 things that the house has. So hay un patio y un jardín detrás de la casa. There's a patio, which is a patio, un jardín, which is a garden, and it's behind their house. So, en la foto, es la casa, tiene 2 pisos, so piso 1, piso 2. There is a jardín, or a garden, aquí, and they have a patio, aquí también, y una mesa y sillas, y otras cosas, and other things. Ok, parte de. A Elena y a mí nos gusta jugar videojuegos en la sala. Nos gusta jugar, we like to play. Elena es la hermana, is the sister or his sister. Les gusta jugar videojuegos, video games en la sala. Esta es la sala. En la cocina, aquí, preparamos la comida y en el comedor, aquí, comemos todos los días. So, en la sala es el living room. Tienen sillón, or an armchair, donde está Elena. El sofá, the sofa, the couch. Los videojuegos, aquí, all the video games. El televisor, the TV. I know it's a televisión vieja, old TV. And lastly, we have la alfombra, the rug. Difference between rugs and carpets, if you guys don't know, carpet is like the rug, right? The carpet that's like wall to wall, as in it covers a large area. In this case, la alfombra is like an area rug. So that is not a carpeta, not a carpet, it's an alfombra. It's a small rug, in this case like a living room rug. We also had la cocina, aquí, so the kitchen. They said donde preparamos la comida, where they prepare la comida, or the food. And they have el comedor, which is the dining room. Tiene mesa, tiene 4 sillas, so donde comen, where they eat. This is the first página. Second página aquí. So, parte C. Cuando subimos la escalera, subimos, to go up, llegamos a mi cuarto. Ahí me gusta estudiar, escuchar mis discos compactos y descansar. So, subir, verb, IR word, so we know it's a verb. Subir means to go up. Specifically, what he's going up is la escalera. It looks like escalators, but escalators are the automatic ones you see at like the mall or something. Escalera en español is just stairs. Automatic, no, just stairs. So, tiene que subir. Manuel has to go up. in order to go to his cuarto, or his room. So, este es el cuarto, or, well, todo esto, all of this is el cuarto de Manuel. Tiene espejo, he has a mirror. Tiene comoda, a dresser. Tiene el radio, or radio. You have a closet back here too, we'll talk about that in a second. So he says, en mi cuarto tengo tocadiscos, or un tocadiscos compactos, un radio, y otras cosas. So, en mi cuarto, in my room, I have, right? Tengo, I have. Un tocadiscos compactos, que es... Can I find it here? No. I can't find it. Oh, aquí está. A CD player. So he's actually listening to a CD player. Aquí está el tocadiscos compactos. Tiene un radio. That was in that first picture. He also has cortinas, curtains, aquí. He has a lámpara, a lamp, aquí. He has la cama, the bed. He also has, I'm going to show you this one here because it's here. I'm going to go back to the picture though. An armario. Armario means a closet. So his closet, I think, was this door, but you can kind of see it a bit better. Aquí. So el armario tiene ropa. The closet tiene, or has, sorry, Spanglish, clothing items. And zapatos and probably other stuff. Pero tiene ropa. It has clothes. Igual que el comoda. The same as the dresser. So you have two things that you personally might have, or maybe you just have one over the other, but two things to hold your things, your clothes most likely. Okay, so, última parte. I was talking about an amigo. Mi amigo Fernando piensa, to think, que vivir en un apartamento es ideal. So, his amigo Fernando thinks that vivir, living, or to live, in an apartment is ideal. So, a Fernando no le gusta casa, a Fernando le gusta apartamento. And there's an apartamento aquí, in that photo. Un apartamento ideal would be like his ideal, his perfect situation, right? An ideal apartment is like a perfect apartment, as in what you would personally make yourself. And we're going to be doing activities about like your ideal living situation as well. Apartment, house, whatever it is. So, a Fernando prefiere vivir, he prefers to live in an apartamento donde puede ver, so where he can see, el centro de Quito, which is going to be the downtown. So, a Fernando le gustan apartamentos that are close to downtown, cerca del centro. And here we have some information about the apartamento. So, apartamento es, of course, el apartamento, the apartment, the one area that person is renting. They also have la planta baja, the ground floor. And in certain countries, I feel like sometimes we do have it here and sometimes we don't. It just depends on the building. But there are some places that have a ground floor, and I don't mean like a basement. That'd be something called sótano in Espanol, so it's different. But they have like the ground floor, and then the first floor is technically like the second floor, kind of like that. If you think of BHS, if you were able to go to our school last year, then we also have like a half ground floor basement situation. We call it the basement, but it's not technically really underground. It's like half underground. So then the first floor is technically kind of more of the second floor, like the first and a half floor. So just know, planta baja means the ground floor, and then primer piso would technically be the one above the ground floor. So kind of like the second floor. So it just depends technically as to what the building decides to name its levels. Either way, if you have a building, you will of course go in order as in first, second, third, fourth, and so on stories. It's just that some of them might also have a ground floor, and others might not. They might just start with level 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. So in this case, for the apartamento, they do have a ground floor, and then they have el primer piso, segundo piso, tercer piso, cuarto piso. You can kind of see quinto, fifth piso here, but then it gets cut off. So, extra words that we're going to be using. We already said armario. Bajar is the opposite of subir, so to go down. So, after Manuel sube, after he goes up las escaleras, he has to bajar las escaleras as well. I don't think we had this one in his little video, or in this picture. No. Either way, we have un lector DVD player, and muebles just mean furniture. So, la cama would be a furniture piece, right? El armario, el comoda would be a furniture piece. La mesa, or like la silla, would all be furniture pieces as well. So, any furniture that you're talking about, you might just call it los muebles. If you want to be specific, of course, then tell me la cama, tell me the bed, not just some of the furniture that you have. For the most part, this is kind of the vocab for this next couple of days for class times that you guys meet with me. You do have your review page like usual. That is on. I'm going to go to it because I don't remember what page it actually was on. Okay, I gotta zoom in, I'm too blind. This is on page 267. So, what we basically just went over here, we're describing a house, as in the different parts of a house, or building, if it's like an apartment building. Some of the items that you have in there, so these are more of the like electronic items, for the most part at least, and then more of the furniture pieces. I started talking about the ordinal numbers here. We're going to talk about those a bit more, of course, and if you notice, they go all the way to the 10th, so I kind of went to the 5th one describing the apartment picture, but we have more that we're going to go over as well. Next videos, I will be talking about ceteris again. If you remember, we talked about those during the review. I mentioned how they're difficult to kind of remember when to use what in context, but I'm going to be making a video just on that again, so you get a little bit more practice, and we'll actually focus on ordinal numbers a different time too. So I hope this helps. You have your pages here. You have me pronouncing stuff, so hopefully that was pretty helpful for you too, and I will see you guys in class. Have a good one.